It's about value. That's what we're talking about today. Today, we're talking about value. It's about valuing and showing that you value the people around you. It's not enough to be like, oh, yeah, I appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate everything you do. No, but if you don't show it, you're making noise. You understand? And if you value the person in your life, no matter what their position is, you have to show it. You have to compensate it. You have to let that person know that, yo, I value what you do for me, and not just feel like I have a sense of entitlement. It is horrible to watch and to be a participant in, because I have many relationships that I do not feel that I'm valued. My time is not valued. My skill set is not valued. My love, my appreciation, my comfort, my security, none of it is appreciated. There are a couple of relationships like that. And I know how that feels. And I'm talking most of the stuff that I talk to you guys about on this channel. I've either gone through it, is going through it, or like just got out of it and is still like twitching and shit. So it's like value is so important, and especially when you watch the people who should value you value other people. And it's like you're looking at that other person and you can't help but get annoyed, because it's just like, okay, so that's what you value. You don't value this. And then the problem for us, I know for me, is then you leave me with a decision to make. You understand? And it's just, people stay where they're valued. Period. Like, period. People stay where they're valued. If you value someone, they'll never leave you. If you show value, not say it to someone else, not even say it to that person, you say it to someone else. Oh yeah, I couldn't do, oh yeah, they're whatever, I couldn't live without them. But you're not doing anything to compensate what that person is doing for you. I don't understand why people pay millions of dollars a year for to sit front row with a sports team, but you don't spend millions of dollars on the people who actually help you. What is going on? My phone is blowing up. Clients. Anyway, but sorry guys, that's crazy. This is the life of an entrepreneur. I hate that entrepreneur thing, because we're business owners. I don't like when they call us entrepreneurs, because it makes us, to me, it makes us seem like we're not in the same category as Ford and GM and Facebook. Facebook's not, you don't call Facebook an entrepreneurial company, you call Facebook a company. So Kayla New York is a company. I'm not an entrepreneur, I'm a business owner. And it's like, once we start doing that and start learning that way, maybe it might not be as hard. But we need to stop calling ourselves entrepreneurs and actually say, no, I'm a business owner. I created a business, and it kind of dwindled in the beginning, because before it was only business owners. You never heard of no entrepreneurs. All of a sudden, it was a small business. The big guys kind of was like, okay, call them a small business. They're a small business, because we're a corporation. They're a small business. You didn't start out as a corporation. You started out as a small business, but you called yourself a corporation. Pay attention. I need you guys to pay attention. So then it was like, okay, a lot of small businesses started, and people were like, you know what? I can do this too. And Mrs. Fields, that's how I saw it. I was watching This Is How It's Made by that guy that used to do Double Dare. My tribe knows exactly what I'm talking about. The guy who used to do Double Dare, and he was the host of it, and they would show how things were made, what happened, and how things are created. I love that show. And I was up late one night and I was just like, I was watching this mother and her son. They started a cookie business in their kitchen. Like they started it in their kitchen. And I was sitting there and I was broke. I wasn't poor. Poor is a state of mind, but I was broke. Pockets seemed like they had holes in them. It was terrible. And it was during the recession in 2008 when that started. So it was around 2008, 2009 is when I started. And but the idea was bloomed in like 2008, like the beginning of 2009. The whole Happy Trails cookies, and it was weird because I remember sitting there and I felt like a weird energy that was like, I can do that. It was a weird energy and I can't even really explain it, but it was a weird energy. And I was just like, I can do that. I can. And I did. I started because I've been baking cookies since I was a kid. I love baking. My dad taught me how to bake, and I would watch him bake and stuff like that. He baked really well. He was a better baker than cook. My mom was a better cook. My dad was a better baker when they did it. But yeah, so that's when it started. That's when the seed was planted. Or the seed cracked open. The seed was probably planted because I've always wanted to design. Like the little kid that I used to be, if she met me now, she would be losing her damn mind. She would be like, "You're getting to do this? Oh my God." Because I used to take my mother's nail polish because she had this thing called a Butter King. It was really weird. My tribe knows what I'm talking about. It was like a suitcase, but it wasn't a big suitcase. It was a small case. She used to call it a Butter King. So everything was in it. It was like a treasure box. It had like jewelry. It's like she set me up. It was like jewelry, nail polish, and it had a certain smell because it had the acetone in there. So when you opened it, it had a certain smell, and it was amazing. It was glorious, And me and my sister would always sneak in her room and like open it up, and it had so much stuff in it. And then it's like I became the bad kid, so I would take the nail polish and start mixing colors and making my own color because we really weren't supposed to wear nail polish. So I think until we were like 13 or something, like she had certain ages for us to do certain things. So it was the whole time did that. It wasn't only her. It was like everybody. You couldn't wear makeup until you were 16, and you probably couldn't paint your nails or dye your hair until you were about 13 or something like that. There was like a time, like now, shit, one of my closest friends, her daughter's 8 and her nails are done. I don't think she puts nail polish on it, but she'll probably put clear nail polish. But I know people whose their daughters, they have like painted nails and wear makeup and all that stuff, and I'm just like, oh wow, that's interesting. It's different. But yeah, so I'm a business owner. I own a business that I work hard every day at. It's kind of like having a kid. It is not kind of like having a kid. It's like it's like having a kid. It is having a kid. I don't know how to make it more concrete. You try to protect it. You try to make sure that no one messes with it. You try to make sure you want to do it. You can't just get a kid and then not take care of it. You gotta take care of it. You have to give it space to grow. You have to know when to back off when you're not in the right headspace to deal with it. It's exactly like raising a kid. So anywho, this is it for me. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Stay up, stay blessed. Deuces.